Yeah. Just give me a second. 3, 2. Oh, here. Are you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ratfink Racing League here on a Tuesday night. This week we're in the Windy City, Chicagoland. We have returned to the land that is Chicagoland. My name is William Tiller. I'm joined up here in the booth by Jacob Williams, the man working two jobs up here, the producer and co-commentator. Coming off the heels of Ryan Philbrick returning to victory lane, shutting the door on the 73 at John Crosby last week in that short track racing run. Now we go back to ovals, Jacob. What are the folks in store for here tonight?
A lot of short track, like you said, a lot of short track running. Tonight we roughly have about 30 guys on the field, so it should be pretty interesting to see how everyone kind of gives each other the space needed. But then, also there's going to be a lot of elbows thrown out because let's pull up the standings with Ryan getting that victory lane last week, and then John with the second place finish. Because typically we usually see Jordan Trass either in that first or second spot, which is kind of abnormal.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird stretch here throughout this series. And you look at those point standings there. Jordan Tross, of course, with those three wins. Ryan Philbrick had those back-to-back wins, had a bit of a stretch there where he struggled, got back to victory lane. And then John Crosby, of course, we talk about him every single week here in that 73 machine. Only has one win, but another win would put him in the mix as well. And I think the running trend here in the Tuesday nights there, Jacob, is all these newcomers coming into the mix. We've had Dakota Reeder pick up a win, some other guys as well. Justin Clapper got a win in the mix. So who knows week in and week out? Maybe it could be a newcomer. Maybe it's one of these top dogs that takes home that victory, that victory at the end. But you look at Tom Ringer, Mr. Consistent, that 68, as you mentioned, could be one of those guys to watch out for here tonight at the land.
No, Tom was one of our podium finishers in the Next Gen series, and so we'll kind of see. Tom's a really big advocate for short track running. Again, he's again Mr. Consistent, along with Brandon Hinton, but also like I always say, Tom's not afraid. Don't let his age fool him. He's not afraid to throw his elbows out to the youngsters.
Absolutely not, but also a very respectable eraser nonetheless. But as we came onto the air here tonight, it's going to be 110 laps to decide who cracks through and takes home that victory here tonight. If this is your first week joining us here on the Tuesday Night Rat Fate Racing League, there are no fast repairs. So if you have a driver in mind that you hope to get to victory lane and you see some damage to that truck, it may be the end of their night. Only three sets of tires for those trucks and two green, white, checkered. And Jacob, those always come into play. We've had photo finishes, great pit runs all the way to the end.
Oh man, I love a good old green white checkered attempt because again, it's a mad dash to the end, survival of the fittest. Hopefully you got a fresh set of rubbers on you because I mean at the end you're just trying to finish.
Absolutely. And it's always strategy who's going to crack through, who's going to take home that victory. As we're just waiting for the drivers to finish up their warm up lap. So take a look at that warm up, taking a look at the 54 machine of Tyler Waltz. He's rocking that Rat Fink Racing paint scheme there, Jacob. Looking good here in the warm up.
Yes, sir. Tyler Waltz is, as always, one of my personal favorite guys to not only race with, but also to talk to in the Discord. He's a good guy to learn from, and again, he ended up upgrading his equipment, so like his steering wheel and his wheelbase and everything. So he's been a little off track a little bit, but man, whenever he had his old stuff, he was one of the top competitors out there on the track.
We see him pull it down pit road here as we're just waiting for that warm up to wrap up. It looks as though coming to an end of that warm up here, Jacob. It is now officially time to announce that starting grid for Chicagoland here in the Tuesday night Ratfink Racing League. Starting on row number one in the pole position, we're going to have the 85 machine of Dakota Reader. Next to him, oh, watch out, Thomas Wynn. Row number two, we're going to have Paul White and Jordan Tross rocking a pretty cool paint scheme. Row number three, we're going to have Ryan Philbrick, last week's winner, right next to him, Tom Ringer, and that's 68. Row number four, we're going to have Victor Etheridge next to Justin Carey. And row number five, to complete that top 10, we're going to have Jeffrey Goodpaster and Brandon Yates. Take it away, Jacob.
Number six, we have my personal favorite, Tyler Waltz, and I know it says Jessica Bowman, but that is Mr. Andy Bowman at that point. Row number seven, Brent Thompson and Todd Perrott. Row number eight, Jonathan McIntosh and Brandon Schumann. In row number nine, Keith Vaughn and Mr. Colton Jackson. In row 10, Sean Dion and Tony Burleson. In row 11, Zachary Wynn and David Hickey. In row 12, we have Tyler Jones and Brian Sousa. Row 13, John Crosby and Brandon Hinton. In row 14, Chad Thompson and Cody Deek. Row 15, Gary White Wright and David Bersecki.
What a field we have here tonight, Jacob. We have 30 drivers taking on Chicagoland. And with those no fast repairs, 110 laps, I expect the action to kick off right away. But as we watch that pace car take us around here just one more time, who were you looking at as one of those favorites, especially off of those podium finishers last week?
So we have Jordan Trass in the fourth position. Oh, green underway already. Oh no, no, I apologize. I apologize. That's a little weird. I was kind of caught off guard by that. So back to it. We have Jordan Trass, in the fourth position. So I'd be interested to see how he kind of works his way towards the front, because he has Ryan Philbrick right there next to him. So we'll see how they kind of battle it out because they are always in either the top five or definitely within the top 10, and those two just go at each other all day long.
As we watch, the pace lights are off of that iRacing pace car. We're going to go green here in just a moment. I'm looking at that 71 machine of Thomas Wynn. We know the Wynn family always tunes into these races every single week. Him starting on that front row could be that formula he needs to get into victory lane. But here we go, folks, as we wait the iRacing pace car to pull off. Dakota Reader will take that green flag right next to Thomas Wynn. Behind him, Paul White, Jordan Tross, Ryan Philbrick. That top 10 is ready to go. We're through the Geico restart zone. We're officially rocking and rolling here in Chicagoland as Dakota Reader takes us into one.
It's a little bit of a risky start right there. You had Andy Bowman about midway through the pack kind of check up right there on that outside line.
As Thomas Wynn gets pushed up to that top side, as we're down the backstretch, already Dakota Reader gets shoved out of the way. That's Paul White right behind him in that 25 machine. There goes last week's winner, Ryan Philbrick, in the '06. Very, very bumpy here at Chicago. And, oh, Victor Etheridge. Jeffrey Goodpaster make contact. Tyler Waltz in the wall in 54. Make contact.
Oh,
Victor Etheridge sideways off of four.
oh
Big
no.
crash. Oh, my goodness. As the field piles up at the start-finish line, just about one lap into this race, disaster strikes here at Chicagoland.
Oh, poor Victor. It looked like coming through 3 out of 4 almost. It's like the air got taken out from underneath him, and we'll go back to that really quick. So Oh, he hit that apron right there.
Yeah, coming off that corner. This is
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Hit the apron, unfortunately. Then he got loose, just, and then he was trying to save it. I wonder if he ended up overcorrecting a little. Yeah. He throttled down a little and then tried to throttle it back up and, uh,
Mm. Just sideways there, then hits the apron again.
yeah.
Tries to save it, and unfortunately for the one machine of Jeffrey Goodpaster, there was just nowhere for him to go there.
Yeah, no. And then after that, I mean, it's just chaos unfolds afterwards. And Brent Thompson ends up collecting Brandon Schumann, get Jeffrey Goodpasture into the backside of Victor Etheridge. Jonathan McIntosh right there in that middle lane barely squeezes by. Tony Burleson tried to miss Jeffrey Goodpasture. And whew, what a way to unfortunately start the race. Mm.
Very, very early. I think we may have completed around one a lap there, Jacob, right at the line. Our leaders, I believe, were taking that start finish line there. But it looks as though we're going to have a big pack down pit road. Going to be getting some repairs, no fast repairs. Keep that in mind as you see your favorite driver down pit road here. But as we are down pit road, we'll step aside for the first time here tonight under caution early here in Chicagoland.
Ooh, Lordy. uh, that sucks. Freaking Victor. Love the guy to death, but fuck. Jesus Christ. You just let me know when you're ready. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Chicagoland here in the Ratfink Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. We are under caution for the first time this evening, and it came on that very, very first lap. And unfortunately for the sixth machine of Victor Etheridge, who brought out that Barbie paint scheme, gets sideways on the apron, and it causes just absolutely disaster behind him, Jacob. It looks as though we are ready to rock and roll here on this restart.
Yes, sir. So now, I mean, we still got Dakota Reader out front, Paul White as well, Ryan Philbrick, Jordan Trask, and Thomas Wynn. As our top five. So really not much of a change right there. I mean, Thomas did drop down 3 positions, but still within that top five at that point.
Yeah, you got Thomas Wynn up there, Tom Ringer, Justin Carey, Jessica Bowman, Todd Perrant, Jonathan McIntosh would be our top 10 right now as that iRacing pace car pulls off. Dakota Reader takes the green flag across that start finish line, takes the field thundering into 1A and 2. Now 6 laps into this race as we were under caution. There goes the '06 Orion Philbrick, last week's winner, trying to do that same feat he did early in the season, going back to back. There is the 2.5 25 of Paul
Ooh.
White, who's going to go to the inside of the '06. A little okey doke move as we go into 3 and 4.
Ooh, we'll see. And Paul White's one of our newcomers this week. We haven't really seen him race before, so I'll be interested to see if he can kind of put Jordan Trask and Ryan Philbrick on their toes.
Yeah, trying to really put on the pressure here early on, right on the back bumper of the '06. Really lock jamming him to try to make a play on our leader early in this race. Dakota Reader in that '85. There goes Thomas Wynn. And it looks to me, Jacob, he is struggling with some handling in that '71 machine. When he enters that corner, that truck just has a tendency to want to go all up the racetrack. Really struggling to find a
currently. And whenever you really ride that lower line, it tends that back end tends to kind of get a little loose out from underneath you. Whenever I go to race this track, I always try to run that top line. I mean, it's not the most ideal line. I mean, because whenever you exit, oh, right there, it gets really loose. But I mean, that's the lane to really run to be able to get the momentum going.
As looks though we're pretty calm, cool, and collected so far on the racetrack, but what a sight it was out of the windshield of the 71 machine. You get to see the rest of the field. Basically, it's just a giant snake in front of them, Jacob, as we are single file into the corners now. Everybody just trying to stay patient on the racetrack, looking at those windows. Now 9 laps in. But it's that game, as you were just saying there, Jacob, of trying to get that thing to the low side of the racetrack. We just follow the truck in front of you, but also keep the handling here. We're already starting to see some guys here on the lower end of that pack starting to have some issues here. These are positions 11th, 12th, and 13th back here. Early handling issues, it looks like, in this pack.
No, and I think it's just going to take a little bit for the tires to get warm, and at that point, and then the trucks will start getting a little bit tighter, running that lower lane. But ooh, a little door action, a little door banging action between Jonathan McIntosh and Thomas Wynn. Let's see if Thomas going to throw his elbows out a little bit more.
Trying to be like Dennis Rodman for the Chicago Bulls, trying to be a little elbows out in the paint there, trying to push him out of the way. As the 71 now to the top side of the racetrack, let's see if he's found his Emperor's New Groove there on that top side. Now he can't get to the low side as the '09 will block that door. There goes the 90 of Gary Wright. Thomas Wynn, though, losing some big speed here early on in this race. Last time by ran a 3:17, now 3:16. That puts him
Big
there.
checkup, big checkup, big checkup.
Oh no, watch out in the 71.
Woo.
His lap
Oh.
very not great right here, Jacob. That this puts him about 5 positions behind what he's actually in right now. So watch the 71 lose some spots on that scoring timer on the left side of your screen. But here, let's check in with the 60 machine of Brian Sousa, currently in that 16th spot.
Kind of put the pressure on Colton Jackson at that point, and then you kind of got the hornet's nest behind you. You got Sean Dion, Brandon Yates, and then the brother of Thomas Wynn, Zachary Wynn, right behind them. And what we'll do is we'll kind of go back there and kind of watch the hornet's nest kind of. Oh,
Boy, this race is very testy early. The 70 to the 72 going at it here. And I think, Jacob, it's no intention behind it. It's just you're trying to hold that line. It's very bumpy here at Chicagoland. And then you get pushed off the line. The guy's right there. You just sort of have to bounce and just keep rocking.
I know you got Brandon Yates, who's currently, unfortunately, 3 laps down. But we'll see. We got a little timing out. I think Andy Bowman right now is kind of blinking on track. But you got Brandon Yates again, down 3 laps. We'll see if he can end up getting a couple lucky dogs if another caution comes out, or possibly try and short pit some guys because also too, will our fuel window is roughly between 36 to 40 laps, depending upon how hard you drive it into the corners at Chicagoland.
Absolutely. And we're watching this battle for the lead play out, but we love these battles inside of the pack. That's the 28 machine. You want to hold on to that speed. Now we'll jump back up to the top side of the grid. The '06 Orion Philbrick in the 79 machine now door to door into 1 and 2. These big dogs one
Yeah.
time going at it here in the lane.
This is it's been the MO pretty much for the entire season. I mean, season 2 of our truck series, I would say it's the Jordan Trass and Ryan Philbrick show. It has been those two just battling it out, and again with that win that Ryan Philbrick ended up getting last week, and real ooh, a little checkup right there on that topside by Brent Thompson. But we'll pull the standings back up one more time for everyone that might have missed it. Jordan Tross, Ryan Philbrook, the 1-2, and then Ryan Philbrook's only 22 points behind Jordan for that first place position of the season. And we currently, I want to say, we only have 4 or 5 more races left. Ooh, Tom Ringer right there on the backside of Jordan.
Yeah, these battles up here in the top side of the grid are getting nastier and nastier as the 79 and the 68 will go door to door across that start finish line. There goes the 52 right behind him. The 06 Orion Philbrick up there. The 45 is in the mix as well, even though he is a few laps down, still lock jamming this battle for the lead. That's Schumann up there. Schumann's on a hot streak here lately, Jacob. Really laying in the weeds amongst some of these top dogs. When we talk about the top dog, the 68 is now the top dog on the racetrack into 3 and 4. Our leader now off of 4. Tom Ringer leading the way here at Chicagoland.
I mean, Tom's trying to get in a couple of wins before his shoulder surgery at this point.
He talked about it last week as we talked with him on that podium. I think he has a streak of about 2 or 3 podiums in a row now. At 68, talked about he wanted to make the most of his opportunities here going down the stretch, and he's had that momentum building up. I mean, you have to race good to finish on the podium week in and week out. It's not going to be long until we see that 68 breakthrough. It could be here tonight. Well, let's jump back here with one of those newcomers we talked about, the 25 machine. He's going at it. That's Paul White and Justin Carey. Now door to door across that start finish line into the corner.
Paul White's a newcomer, so oh, that's a nice paint scheme. Dirty Hooker, hell yeah, brother. I haven't seen that one before.
White lightning on the side as well. Good touch.
Yeah, no, I had to do the little head tilt for a second on the backside of like, what does that say? Oh, okay. Well, that's a perfect shot. Great camera angle.
Is that Hooker with 2 O's or one? I just want to know.
uh,
He's
yeah.
got 2 5 still on the top side of the race. And now we have
Woo.
the big check up there. The 06 Orion Philbrick gets pushed to the middle. The 21 of Justin Carey, he's moving up the grid now up to 7th. But really, these positions are interchangeable, Jacob, as we're into 3 and 4. These guys could just swap positions in and out. Here comes the 69 throwing his name in the mix, Todd Perrant. But behind Todd, we have one of our biggest movers, Gary Wright, in that 90, not in the picture right now, but he's up 19 spots to drop out of the final.
Yeah, Mr. Wright is slowly doing the right things and getting his way up towards the front, in that P10 position. Again, like you said, 19 spots from the start of the green flag. So it's we'll see if he can get him stay inside the top 10 at that point.
22 laps into this Tuesday night truck series here in the Racing League. We had one early caution. It was just a truck getting loose. That was the 6th machine of Victor Etheridge, as you see on your screen here. Other than that, Jacob, it's really been elbows out racing, guys jockeying for position. We just had another position change on the racetrack. Justin Carey swapped to the 09 of Jonathan McIntosh. But really, this race has kind of settled into a nice little groove. It's a fast pace, it's high action, but it's clean at the same time. It's the races we love to see.
I know. We got Sean Dion on that lower lane, Zachary Wynn right there. Hopefully we got Mama Wynn tuning in tonight. A little bit of getting loose right there from Zach, but we'll see. We'll see if Sean can end up getting that position from Zach on the lower lane. But it looks like Sean kind of backed off a little bit.
Just to stay inside that top 20 as we'll ride with them here down that back stretch. And to check back in with some of those guys that were involved in that first caution that I just mentioned. The 13 machine of Cody Deek is currently a lap down. Brandon Yates in that 66 machine currently 2 laps down. Brent Thompson in that 45 machine down 6 laps. Tyler Waltz in that 54 machine down 21 laps. And of course, Keith Vaughn and Tony Burleson down there as well. That leaves Tyler Jones and Jeffrey Goodpaster as the last 2 trucks on that lead lap here, 25 laps in. We'll watch now a battle for the lead as the 79 machine of George Ross will take it from Tom Ringer around that corner now down the front stretch.
Man, just Jordan just knows how to get his way towards the front, and and I race against Jordan in another league that we're both a part of, and actually that he's an admin of. And same thing, he is consistently in the front, and sometimes like he is younger than me, so it's kind of one of those things. I want to put him in a headlock and just give him a little noogie 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 because it's just like, man, he's just one of those. He's just a gnat that just doesn't go away.
Get out the fly swatter. As right now, Brennan Schumann is trying to swat away the 68 machine of Tom Ringer and take this position from him as the 52 machine almost makes contact with the 68. Clean, though, trying to make the most of that premier racing setup. He'll put that tail end right in front of the 68
Ooh,
and
Ryan Philbrick.
swat away. Here comes Ryan Philbrick,
Yeah.
like you said, Jacob, trying to make the most of this situation. He'll look to the inside.
Yeah, he's about to take that position away from Tom, and I wonder if Tom's kind of if he's either saving or if he's really trying to kind of burn it up a little bit. But we'll see. No, Tom is saving because he won't run that apron line at that point because whenever you run that apron line, it tends to heat your tires up and wear a little bit longer or wear more. Excuse me.
A window
Ooh,
here as the
oh,
06. Oh no! Oh my goodness, the 06 comes off wicked hot off the corner, smacks the top side wall. There's definitely going to be damage to the side of that truck. And as we talked about, no fast repair, so he's going to have to rock with that until we go down pit road. And who knows how long of a pit stop that's going to be. Well, we'll jump back here with the 69 machine of Todd Perront, who has now cracked inside of the top 10, along with our biggest mover of the race so far, and that's Gary Wright in that 90 machine, currently up 20 spots to the drop of the green flag.
right on board with Todd at that point. See if he can end up staying in the top 10. And Todd has his fair share of glory moments, and then unfortunately I tend to give him the commentator's curse, and he just unfortunately wrecks out once we start talking about him. So hopefully he can keep it straight tonight.
Yeah, doing pretty good so far here, just inside of that top 10. Just in front of him, Gary Wright, Jonathan McElroy,
Ooh.
Justin Carey as well.
Someone's in the infield. Someone's in the infield. Justin Carey went off track.
Justin Carey looks as though he's doing a
Oh,
little lawn mowing there
yeah,
down the backstretch.
he got it back. I'm shocked to cautioning. We'll take a look at this. Oh yeah, he just got loose a little.
Ooh, looks like he may have bumped that 25 machine just a little bit there.
Oh yeah, he came up just a touch and tapped him and got loose. Mm.
I mean, that happens every time you make contact with a dirty hooker. I gotta say, just going in the other direction. You get all sideways and everything right there. Not from experience, just from
Oh
knowledge.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Gary ended up coming down into him, but we'll see how Justin at that point ends up. Oh yeah, I mean he's still in top 10. I mean he didn't lose a ton of spots.
No harm, no foul. That 21 machine has been fast here tonight. I'm sure he will get that gap back as we haven't had a caution since that first lap as we are 32 laps into Chicagoland. 110 laps here on a Tuesday night. Dakota Reeder there in that third spot. Ryan Philbrick currently in second, and Jordan Tross, wouldn't you know, currently leading the way in that 79 machine. We talked about that when we came on the air here tonight, Jacob. It's been sort of this, we haven't heard from these guys in a while. And Ryan Philbrick cracked back into victory lane for the first time in months. Jordan Tross has been a bit of a skid as well. But these guys have the most victories of anybody throughout the season. So I think here tonight, Jordan Tross is trying to really set the tone, trying to let everybody know, no, this is my season, this is my series. As of right now, he's only supposed to put about a second and a half lead on Ryan Philbrick, and other than those first couple laps, Jacob, no real pressure on the 79 here tonight.
No, he roughly has a second and 3/10 of a lead right now. But you got Victor Etheridge and Thomas Wynn and Brandon Hinton kind of throwing some elbows out there. Thomas Wynn and Brandon Hinton kind of going side by side. And oh man, Brandon Hinton rocking a new paint scheme, and I like that a lot. But again, my personal favorite was his postal service one. It really reminds me of the song "Hey, Mister Postman."
There we go, getting a little Americanized booth as we caught Tom Ringer coming off the pit road there in the 68 machine. We could be seeing a little bit of a roll of green flag pit stops. And you look at that five machine, that is definitely out of the box from what we usually see the five machine, which is very suited and booted, if you will, that United States Post Office, that white with the pinstripe. Here tonight, it's a very bright highlighter yellow with a highlighter pink, looking good on the racetrack. Time to put that five into victory lane. But as we watch Justin Carey in that 21 machine, currently now up to ninth, already got a position back. We're going to take a ride around with that 21 here, 36 laps in.
Getting a little tight right there. I'd be kind of interested to see now, like you said earlier, Will. It's going to be as you can tell on the tower, the fuel gauge. So everyone at this point, we're going to start seeing a lot of guys enter the pits here shortly.
Yeah, we love this point of view as we're taking this onboard ride with that 21. We also want to thank Justin for giving us that behind the scenes point of view of him in his setup there. Doing pretty good here tonight. Currently up to eighth, exactly where he started on the drop with the green flag. But as you mentioned, Jacob, this could be that window. No caution since that first lap of the race. There goes Victor Etheridge down pit road. Starting to see some guys head down now. We look at also Gary Wright. He's our biggest mover so far in that 90, currently up 22 spots. It's the drop of the green flag with one caution so far. So making great work of the grid. Right now, Jordan Tross now almost up to about a second and a half. We'll see if he's part of that second window that goes down pit road or if he just makes his own strategy there in the 79 as he comes across that start finish line just about 39 laps in. Looks as though he may have collected a little bit of a bug on that windshield.
Yeah, a little bit or some tire. Oh, Cody Deacon to the wall. Oh, Jesus.
Wow, good way to avoid that 13 machine of Cody Deek. Having some issues here tonight as the 79 machine
Oh, he's
eases down just a little bit. Here he comes.
oh coming in
Cody
hot, coming in
Deacon
hot. Hit
dropping
the brakes.
hot. Ooh, boy. Came in super hot down pit road, just as though he was racing around the Chicagoland. He was very, very hot entering pit road. Our race leader down. Looks as though he'll have some company as Todd Perront will join him. Jonathan McIntosh, Gary Wright, our biggest mover, will join him as well. There's Todd Perront on your screen as well. So this will be our first window of the green flag pit stop. Let's see which strategy pays off the most here, Jacob. Cotton once said bold strategies indeed pay off. Oh no, the 52 machine gets sideways entering pit road. Oh no, Brandon Schumann.
Mm, mm.
Wow, completely at a 90-degree angle right at the entry of pit road. Gonna cost that 52 machine so much time here on this pit stop.
Oh yeah, he did. He just came in a little hot.
Boy, when you're looking at the official
Oh,
dead in the eyes instead of waving at them, I think you may be in a little bit of a yeah.
at least he saved it at that point. He didn't end up collecting the wall because I've seen a lot of these guys whenever they come in that hot off the main stretch or off the turn. Excuse me. Where I mean, you don't slow it down fast enough, they end up colliding into the wall, or sometimes. Ooh, caution!
Ooh, caution's out.
Caution is out.
Caution is out as we are watching what happened to Brandon Schumann entering pit road.
Let's see.
That second wave of pit stops.
Let's see here. Oh no, Zachary Wynn.
Oh no, Mama went
Oh,
squay as the six of Victor Etheridge is going to collect that 72 machine and put him square in the wall as we were watching those pit stops unfold. This is going to be on the entry of one, Jacob, just across that start finish line. We'll watch it here. Victor Etheridge was involved in one of our early cautions.
yeah. We'll see. It looks like Victor just kind of hit that right back pumper essentially and got Zachary sideways. Yeah, just right there.
Boy,
Yeah.
that 72 just never moved from his line.
Yeah, no, it looked like he was kind of going up with him too. Yeah, we'll take it a little bit further back.
Just a crushing blow as we were talking about the Winds. We're having a great run here tonight. And yeah, I just don't think he saw the six coming up on his top side. And that's hard right there, Jacob. You know, you try to go, you have little indication that the six machine is going to be right there.
Yeah.
That's a tough one there between those two.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm. But under caution only for the second time here tonight. Unfortunately for the Winds, that's going to be one last win in the mix. Currently, though, Thomas Wynn is in that 10th position, currently in the top 10. Now watching some of those guys that didn't get to head down pit road now head down pit road for what we would assume is a complete reset of your truck here for this run, which I would have to think Jacob would put us around lap 80, and then it would be another stretch of about 10 laps to go, 30 laps to go to that end.
Yeah.
As we watch the drivers come off pit road, Jordan Tross still leading the way. Ryan Philbrick, Paul White, Brandon Hinton, Sean Dion, John Crosby. We haven't said his name yet
No.
tonight. Tom Ringer, Thomas Wynn, Justin Carey, and Brandon Schumann is our top 10 currently before we go green.
Yeah, no, and that's good to see that Brandon Schumann is back in the top 10 after that little spin that he had entering pit road. And then, let's take it back really quick. John, we haven't really said John's name tonight, and prior to the race, unfortunately, John's been handling a little bit of a personal injury, a couple of herniated discs. So I think I raced with him Friday evening, and John's not afraid to be competitive in whatever league he's in, but he typically doesn't miss a bunch. But he had to stop about midway because his nerves or sciatic nerve or of that nature was really bothering him to where he couldn't really push on the gas pedal. So it looks like it's not bothering him as bad tonight, but we'll see how he kind of finishes.
Oh boy, a little behind the scenes there. Driver going through it there in the race. And, we've seen it in the past, though, Jacob. Some of these drivers that battle injuries in real life, they race really good with an injury. I don't know what it is. Sometimes injuries make you race better. You just don't think about anything else. But as we watch, the lights are off of that iRacing pace car. It will be Jordan Tross and Ryan Philbrick on this restart. That newcomer still lagging in the picture. Paul White,
Oh.
Brandon Hinton, Sean Dion, John Crosby, Tom Ringer, Justin Carey, Brandon Schumann, and Thomas Wynn. But here we go. For only the second time here tonight, we are flying through that Geico restart zone as Jordan
Restart.
Tross takes us across that start finish line into 1 and 2. Now the battle for second ensues as our leader takes us thundering into the corner.
Oh, there we go. We got Paul White taking that position from Ryan Philbrick. But man, what a restart from Jordan at that point. Like, I just, no matter, like, you have to be consistently on all night long to put up a battle with Jordan. I mean, because the moment you make a mistake, I mean, he capitalizes on that, and it just hurts you.
Shout out to Lionel Richie because we're going to be dancing on the ceiling. If we watch that newcomer, Paul White, try to snatch that victory away from Jordan Tross, and boy, they're right on that back bumper here on this run. There goes John Crosby, though, in the 73 machine. He is indeed dancing on the ceiling off that W energy. He'll pick up another spot up to fourth. Now inside of the top five, he is creeping towards the top of the grid.
Look at him go. He started it in the 25th position, now back and forth. And again, prior to the race, I heard a chicka, 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 chicka. And I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, it's just me getting my W energy ready. I was like, oh, here we go.
Got the JC73 at checkout for your 10% off all your W energy needs. And he had promised us a little insight of what it all tastes like. He had a package coming, but he has to finish on the podium if he wants to let the folks that know about that W energy and what it all means and tastes like. But right now, he has a battle on his hands. Here
Ooh.
comes the 21 machine of Justin Carey back into the picture.
Yeah, no, he's back into the picture. Even with that off track on the backstretch, he's was 10th. Now he's back up to fourth. So good for him.
Yeah, we are really, really fast on the racetrack. We're looking at times of 31 threes, 31 twos, 31 sevens, 31 four. I mean, we're just very, very fast all the way across that scoring right now.
And there goes Tom Ringer on the outside right there. Look at him. Yeah, look at him go.
Rocketing around the 21 machine.
Oh, a little.
Oh, and there goes Brendan Schumann as well going out with a 73.
Yeah, Brandon Schumann gave John Crosby a little bit of a shove at that point, but man, I'm loving Tom Ringer. We're running this outside line. Look at him go.
Oh my goodness, there goes Tom Ringer. Wow, like a rocket down the backstretch.
Ooh.
He'll go door to door with the 79 machine. Our race leader is Paul White. Mr. White leading the way into 3 and 4. Now off of the corner, we're riding on board with the 68 machine of Tom Ringer, trying to get his first victory of the season. And boy, what a Ratfig Racing League scheme that is into 1 and 2.
He's just riding that middle lane and just, I mean, these guys are running the lower lane and he is just working his way up. And I am absolutely here for it. I love it.
Wow, they make a move on the newcomer. He goes to the top side. He's going to ride that high line all the way around 3 and 4. There goes the 25 to try to throw the block. There goes the 30
Oh,
to the low side. A little okey doke. Now you see me, now you don't. Now to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to try to shut the door on the 25. Does just that as now the 68 and the 25 door to door around the camera. Off of two down the backstretch.
yeah, look at him go. Oh, here he goes. There he goes in the first position.
Mr. Consistent is now leading the way. The 68 machine of Tom Ringer takes us off of 4, officially scored as our race leader. He leads a lap into 1 and 2 all by himself, leading the way off of 2.
Man, good for Tom at that point. I was kind of shocked that Jordan ended up dropping a couple of positions because he was running a good line. So I wonder if he has some sort of damage or some um, a little fender bender action. I don't think he was caught up in anything in those cautions.
Ooh, as he gets a little loose off of the exit of that corner, almost scrapes the top sidewall. We'll look now just inside of that top 10, Jacob. We also have some big movers. Sean Dion is up 10 spots to the drop of the green flag. He's now to the inside of Brandon Hitton, who's up 18 spots to the drop of the green flag. These are for top 10 positions just inside. These are for 8th and ninth. As Sean Dion looks to the inside of the 5 machine. These are a couple of names we haven't called out yet here tonight. 54 laps in, trying to make some waves late in this race.
No, and you have Dakota Reader right there behind Brandon Hinton too. So and Dakota's dropped unfortunately nine positions. So we'll see if he can get towards the front because he had really good pace earlier. So I don't know if he just ended up had a bad pit entry or that. See, look at him. There he goes. There he goes on the backside of Brandon Hinton. Brandon Hinton on the top side, and we'll see if Dakota can end up getting that pace back.
Yeah, I'll take a look at his lap times here as we come off of 4. Looking at those times last time by, everything was the same. We'll take a look here as he crosses that start finish line where the 85 registers right now. That puts him in just about that third position, that 85 machine with that last time by. But currently in the ninth spot, definitely has some work to go, but definitely fast on the racetrack. But as we see the 5 machine of Brandon Hitton, he is taking some fire right there. I believe that is a lap truck in the mix. That's the 19 machine of Jessica Bowman to the inside. But here comes Mr. Wynn, the 71 machine of Thomas Wynn. He's trying to stay inside that top 10 right behind the 5.
Yeah, we'll see if Thomas is going to put the heat on Brandon Hinton at that point because Thomas did drop a few positions back as well, but I think he has pace for this evening to end up getting himself a top 10.
We'll see here. There's Victor Etheridge going door to door with the 09 and Jonathan McIntosh back there as our top 15. We'll see these battles really off the corner, side to side here. Only 2 cautions here, 58 laps into this race. Watch these 2 guys. And for Victor Etheridge, my hat's off to him. Jacob been involved in a couple things here tonight. Had damage on that truck, but really has stayed in the fight. Currently in that 12th spot, and boy, it's getting very,
Oh,
very hairy right here. The Hornet's Nest.
yeah, no, Victor's trying to push on the backside of Brandon Hinton at that point, and I don't understand what that's going to end up, creating. I mean, at that point, Brandon kind of just got out of the way for Victor. Ooh, see right there again.
Boys, Victor Etheridge just looks like a man just possessed there. Just gets very, very loose, gets out of the way. Very respectable move out of the sixth machine of Victor Etheridge. Knew something was going a little wacky. Maybe felt a little bit too much speed. Was able to get out of the way right there.
Oh,
And now, oh boy, what is going on right now down the backstretch?
yeah, this is a hornet's nest back here. You got Victor Etheridge who's on the lead lap, and then you got Gary Wright. Unfortunately, he's I want to say he's a lap down. You got David Bersecki's a lap down, and Andy Bowman who's a lap down too. So when Victor's just kind of in the middle of it all, and I think Victor's trying to be nice with everyone, but it's just Victor needs to get his way towards the front and kind of get out of the lap traffic because unfortunately he was involved in the two cautions. So I would hate to see a third one be caused by him again.
As we see the sixth machine of Victor Etheridge. Now the 90 machine is going to go around him there. See how smooth this goes. But if you want to talk about a smooth criminal on the racetrack right now, that is Tom Ringer, who is starting to check out with that lead. Ran a 32-2 last time by. He leads Paul White and Jordan Tross both by about a second and a half, just a little under there. But really, really strong run so far out of the 68 machine. 61 laps into this race. But we've sort of seen this story before there, Jacob, where Jordan Tross started to check out with that lead. Caution flag flew, and it just flipped everything there in that point of the race. Could sort of see the same thing here toward the end of this run.
No, and Tom currently has a one, yeah, like you said, a 1.5 second lead. Oh, and actually, it looks like Tom's coming up on some lap traffic. I don't know who that is in front of him. Let's see if we can end up taking it from a blimp view and see who. Cody Deek at that point. Cody ended up getting out of the way for him. That was good.
A little electric slide to the left there for the 68 machine of Tom Ringer. And you see that battle just inside of that top three. Wow, what a shot that was. Look at the 52 machine of Brandon Schumann, Jordan Tross. You also have Paul White in the 2-5. They're going to go side to side. They're drag racing here at Chicago Lakes.
Traffic.
Oh, boy. Coming up on the 13 of Cody Deek. Wow, what a drive out of the both of them as the 25 gets a little loose there out four. It's going to cause him some speed as Jordan Cross holds on to that second spot into 1 and 2.
I know Jordan will probably go back and watch the broadcast, but he got so lucky on that Cody Deek got in the way of Paul White at that point.
And we'll watch that chase down view. What a view that was there, Jacob. That chase down out of the point of view of the 79 machine of Jordan Tross. And last time by was a 32-3 out of the 79, a 32-5 out of the 68. So the 79 is just eating up that lead like Pac-Man eats up little yellow dots. He is trying to regain that top position. But we jump back here to the 21 machine of Justin Carey and the 52 machine of Brandon Schumann. This is for top five. As you see, Ryan Philbrick, last week's winner, just trying to keep his name in the mix as well. A little BOGO action. The 06 trying to make it three wide into the corner.
Yeah, no, that was a little risky business on the backstretch. The Ryan was on the backside of Brandon Schumann, kind of giving him a little bump, but they kept it clean, so that's good. But man, that was some risky business at that point.
As the 73 machine of John Crosby is going to look to the middle of these two. Coming down the backstretch into 3 and 4, 66 laps into this race. There is the 60 machine of Brian Sousa currently in that 12th spot. Brandon Hinton currently in that 11th
Oh,
position.
Cody Deacon to the wall.
Shot. Oh, boy. As they were able to avoid the 13
Oh,
machine. Ooh.
Brandon Hinton got a little loose too, just then on the coming out of four.
We're watching towards the end of this run right here, Jacob. Some of these guys that had that early pit window starting to lose these trucks just a little bit.
Yeah, no. Oh man, a little close. Elbows out right there. Between Brandon Hinton and Gary Wright is he still? Yeah, he is unfortunately still a lap down at that point. So we'll see if Brian Sousa and Brandon Hinton and Todd Perront, those three are battling it out. But you have Gary Wright lap traffic, so we'll see if Gary can get out of the way for these guys to end up going towards the front.
There's Brian Sousa trying to hold off the 69 machine of Todd Perront as he makes contact with the topside wall off the corner. Tom Ringer still leading the way. This is just outside of that top 10. Just a few guys left on that lead lap there. Jacob, we're taking a look at some of them here. Victor Etheridge would be one of those guys outside there of that mix. But we'll jump back up here and check in with our race leader, the 68 machine of Tom Ringer. We're going to ride on board him down the backstretch into 3 and 4. And I guess my question here as we take this ride around with the 68 is, do you head down, do you make your own strategy and maybe head down in an early window, or do you try to pit with everybody else? I know you sort of set the tone as the leader, but he has to really time it just right to get that last run in.
I think if Tom's going to end up being in the lead, I think he will keep on going until he essentially needs to fuel. Because I don't see Tom trying to do a shortstop pit cycle at that point. Maybe if he was a little bit further back, knowing that he had the pace to catch up with the guys, but since he's in the lead, and about a half second, which is as you're looking at the tower right there on our left hand side, it's slowly starting to dwindle down. So I wonder if Tom's trying to save a little bit. Oh, here comes Jordan. He's actually about to pass on the inside.
Here comes the 79 machine of Jordan Tross, rocking that Arc Raiders paint scheme. He's going to look here into 3 and 4, has that line in his sights. He knows exactly where he's going to put that truck when he makes the move on the 68 as we come off of 4. There's a battle for third going on as well between Paul White and John Crosby, who is up 21 spots as the drop of the green flag. This battle brews for that third position as the 25 machine goes very high on the racetrack as the 73 machine now will go door to door with him. Down the backstretch, a battle for third into 3 and 4.
We'll see if John can end up getting this third place position from Paul in the lower lane. But then, at this point, we'll see if he's going to end up taking that apron through the chicane. Excuse me, not chicane, tri-oval.
The road racing
Yeah.
as these two will go side to side. Oh boy, what an incredible
Woo.
move. A little F1 racing there to throw that tail end in front of the 25. But what this battle does, though, Jacob, really locks jams the rest of the podium. As you see, there's a whole herd of trucks behind him as it looks as though somebody pulls off of that battle. The 25 machine, Paul White's heading down pit road.
Yeah, well, so I think this is what I was trying to say earlier, and I probably did a poor job of explaining it. But let's see if Paul White's going to end up try and get that shortstop pit cycle and essentially cut the leaders off and hopefully get it to where he comes out in front.
Yeah, he's down pit road currently. Looks as though he'll take 4 tires, complete reset of that truck. Our first one down. Watching the rest of the field, who will head down pit road with him. No takers just yet here. 75 laps in of 110 laps here on a Tuesday night of the Racing League Truck Series. It was John Crosby with that streak there with only one win on the season. Boy, he wants to break through. Jordan Tross with multiple victories this season. Ryan Philbrick, last week's winner, trying to get another victory. Tom Ringer hasn't won this season. Boy, that would put him in the mix if he's able to break through. As now we watch Thomas Wynn head down pit road in that 71.
And we'll kind of start seeing a lot of the guys end up going down pit road, but we'll see. I wonder if Jordan's going to end up following Tom into the pits, coming around back of four. Mm, Tri-oval, through they go.
Yeah, they go through that trioval into one and two. You see if Jordan really wants to apply the pressure here, just wants to lay back in that second position. Looks as though he won't have much work to do as he's to the inside here off of two. As they're now drag racing down the backstretch, the 79 machine with a huge run into three and four. Our new race leader, or should I say, and again, is Jordan Tross off of four. The 79 leading the way, but here comes the 68 of Tom Ringer down pit road.
Yeah, Tom ended up going into the pits, so we'll see how long Tom can hold off the lead from Jordan. I wonder if Jordan will go in next lap, or if he's going to end up pushing it to try and get a little bit more pace in front of Tom. Ooh,
Victor Etheridge also down pit road in that six. We're watching John Crosby really get stuck in the middle here into three and four. There's Dakota Reeder in the 85 machine. Jordan Tross now our race leader in the 79. He's down pit road. Our race leader down. Ryan Philbrick down in the 06. Justin Carey down in the 21. This should just about be one of the last pit stops of the night. As we watch our leaders head down. Really been a mix of anybody's race. We watched Mr. White lead for just a little while. Jordan Tross led. Tom Ringer has led this race as well. But Jacob, I think it really all comes down to this strategy here. Who's going to have the best strategy? With only two cautions here, you can't really rely on that to really pay off to get that victory.
yeah, no, it's just a mad dash towards the end, because actually, so if these guys they were getting anywhere between 36 to 40 laps, so yeah, so technically this would be the last pit cycle if we do go green the entire way. So I'd be interested to see if these guys can actually make it that long on those old tires.
A new window of drivers just headed down. Jonathan McIntosh, Sean Dion, Todd Perrott, and Brandon Schumann are now currently down pit road. That leaves three trucks still out. Dakota Reeder, John Crosby, and Brian Sousa are all still out on the racetrack as Paul White will be our new race leader when it all reshuffles out. We'll watch right here. There's Justin Carey in the 21. Looking pretty fast here on that fresh reset. He's going to go around the 92 machine of David Bersecki, who's just been very quiet here in this race. Very clean, though, also hasn't been in very much trouble so far. 82 laps in. There's the 52 machine of Brandon Schumann, currently in that 12th spot. He gets around Brandon Hitt in that 13th. We're going to have just a little bit of a refresher. There goes Brian Sousa down pit road in that 60. That leaves Dakota Reeder and John Crosby still out on the racetrack.
Oh, God dang.
They're really pushing that window.
Yeah, I thought Brandon Schumann was going to freaking get into the backside of Andy Bowman at that point. He was humming around turn two.
And that's the thing these drivers really have to work with here. You know, some of these trucks are going to be astronomically faster than the trucks that need to head down pit road as the 52 is just zooming around as we watch the 85 machine of Dakota Reeder now down pit road. Looks as though John Crosby is still out in that 73. What a run he is trying to put on that machine. About the only truck that hasn't headed down pit road yet. Currently 83 laps in, as it will be Paul White, as now John Crosby and Dakota Reeder now both down pit road. So that'll leave Paul White as our race leader here on a Tuesday night.
So I wonder if that's going to end up working out for him in his favor because again, he was one of the first ones to enter the pits. I mean, about two, maybe three laps early than what Jordan and Tom ended up pitting. We'll take a look at that really quick. Uh, let's see here. Jordan, actually, it was so Paul 10 laps, Jordan. So roughly, he pit 5 laps earlier than Jordan and 4 laps earlier than Tom. So we'll see. We'll see how that all shapes out.
Yeah, I think it may have been just a little bit too early of a window. As we look at those lap times last time by, it was a 31 31.8 out of Paul White, 31.7 out of Jordan Tross, and even faster out of Tom Ringer. You're going to love to hear this, Jacob, a 31.6 last time by. We're going to see a refresh on those times here in just a second as we cross that start finish line as a 31.8 out of Paul White, 31.6 out of Jordan Tross, and a 31.5 out of Tom Ringer, currently in that third position. Tom Ringer is the fastest truck of these three. It's just getting up there and putting some pressure on the 25 as we're into 3 and 4.
No, kind of going back to this as well. I'm shocked. Victor's in the 12th position, and he's down five spots. And unfortunately, if he was to kind of stay out of the muck of everything, I mean, I feel like he would have done pretty well because, again, I keep on taking it down, but I mean, he was running a 31.55. I mean, for the past 5 laps. This just calculates the previous 5 laps and the time of that. I mean. He's topping. I mean, now Brandon Schumann ended up topping him a hundredth of a second, but I mean, he's running pretty consistent. I just if he would stay out of the chaos of everything, I think he would be positioned better.
Yeah, and also that damage he suffered in those first couple cautions of the night, it really accounts for some time he spent down pit road as well. Unnecessary pit stops, unnecessary trips down pit road really knocked him down a few positions. Still some time though, Jacob. It's not all wrapped up just yet. Can still get a top 10, maybe even a top 5. Has a long way to go. But our top 3 are going at one another right now as we have a battle for the lead. As Jordan
Mm.
Tross is going to put the pressure on the 25 of Paul White. They're going to make quick work of him. There goes Tom Ringer trying to play follow the leader into 1 and 2 as our race leader Jordan Tross. They're going to go zooming by the 25 of Paul White on those old tires. Now down the backstretch, Jordan Tross, Tom Ringer into 3 and 4, 1 and 2, leading the way.
Yeah, that didn't last long for Paul at that point. I mean, Jordan and Tom just has too much pace at this track, and I think ultimately it's going to be Jordan and Tom just kind of battling out for the lead until towards the end. Who's going to be the person that's going to make the first mistake at that point?
As we're just about to crack into lap 90. And one of those guys that I also wanted to mention here tonight, or one of the names we also mentioned, is John Crosby in the 73. He is the fastest truck on the racetrack right now, 31.5 last time by out of the 73, but currently finds himself in the 8th position and
See,
about 10 seconds off of our leaders.
and Victor has the pace here. Is just he's got to be able to control the truck, and Victor's one of our newcomers, a part of RFRL. But man, he has the pace. Just patience. I think patience is what he's lacking. That's the missing link at this point to kind of separate himself from the rest of everyone. But as we'll see, Thomas Wynn kind of try and make that move on the bottom lane, but uh, Victor's just kind of able to hold him off at that point.
As some of these guys just wish the bad luck would go away, especially for Thomas Wynn in the 71, Victor Etheridge in the 6. Was hoping a new paint scheme would change up things here tonight. Looks as though it's not going to be the trick. Still some laps to go here as we watch some of those other names that wish their nights would have went in a different direction. Brandon Hitton in that 5, John Crosby, Brandon Schumann, all 7th, 8th, and 9th, which is great. Top 10 finishes out of those guys, but currently finds themselves about 6, 9, and 12 seconds off of our race leaders.
Yeah, Justin Carey and Dakota Reeder going a little door to door action. I mean, they didn't touch, but I don't think you could fit a paper clip or a piece of paper between the two of them. This is a nice little side by side battle currently.
And this is a lot of stake right here. This is for a top 5, so I can see exactly why the elbows are out. You're trying to box out in the paint. Greatness takes time, exactly what Michael Jordan did with those Chicago Bulls here in Chicago. As we're off of 4, there goes Dakota Reeder trying to make some work of this lap traffic we're going around here. That's the 13 machine of Cody Deek. As we'll jump back to Victor Etheridge and the 71 machine of Thomas Wynn. This is for 12th and 13th on the racetrack. We'll watch a battle also between Justin Carey, Dakota Reeder. That's for that top 5, as we mentioned. But Tom Ranger starting to lose pace just a little bit at the top of the grid. really needs to hold on here, or Jordan Tross is going to be checking out with this race victory.
Yeah, I mean, Tom's slowly losing the pace at that point. I think, Jordan's going to have the fresher tires. I mean, currently as we're watching the leaderboard, about 6 tenths of a second of a gap between Tom and Jordan. So we'll see. I just Jordan just has a lot of pace at this point. I mean, unless if a late caution comes out or if some magical thing happens, I think Jordan has this one in the bag. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but he's consistent. He's consistent. Sometimes, again, yeah, that was a poor choice of words on my part, but unfortunately, just Jordan's a winner, and sometimes I like shooting for the underdogs at the end of the day.
Yeah, and boy, I talked about it in midway point of this race. Really trying to let everybody know. I think this is the statement race out of the 79. I think he spoke about it last week as well, and we had him on that podium, or I believe he has had some runs where he hasn't even been on the podium. So just trying to make a statement here, make himself known again. We know that he is one of the top contenders here in the series. As you mentioned, with only a few races left, it's going to be him and this '06 machine, Ryan Philbrick, really going towards the end. Tom Ringer had some opportunities here tonight, here 96 laps in. Had the '06s under fire from Dakota Reeder in the '85. Trying to break through to that podium position. Still some time to catch the '25 machine of Paul White.
No, Dakota Reader I mean, he has made, I think after his last pit cycle, he was, I want to say in the 12th position and now he's in fourth. So, I mean, he has got the pace and we'll see if I mean, out of the corner of our peripheral right there to the left, you see Paul White. So I wonder if he'll end up catching him to possibly secure a podium.
Yeah, Dakota Reeder last time by ran lap times similar to our race leader. The '85 ran a 32.4. Our race leader ran a 32.4. We're going to check right now.
Oh, here
32.4
he
for Jordan
goes.
Travis. I'll watch the '85 go by. That's a 32.2 out of the '85. That puts him as the fastest truck on the racetrack right now.
Yeah.
So Dakota Reeder has that thing to the floor here on lap 98.
Yeah, no, he's going to make that pass on the inside. Paul White's strategy was, I think, maybe if there was a late caution or another caution happened, I think it would have probably worked out for him in his favor, and maybe held off the race leaders at that point. But since we've gone green, I mean, Paul's just slowly just worked his way towards the back, unfortunately. And I mean, I think Dakota was one of the last ones to pit. Let's take a look really quick. Yeah, I mean, he's got roughly 9 lap fresher tires than what Paul has. And I mean, Ryan's going to end up catching Paul at that point, too.
As Dakota Reeder, it looks as though he'll lock in that podium spot. We do have some movement just inside of that top 10 as Todd Perront and Brandon Hitton are going to swap spots. They're going at it for a top 10. These guys here just trying to hold on. Brandon Hitton was involved in just a little bit of a hiccup there, mowing the grass there in that sweet paint scheme. Still trying to hold on to that top 10. He's up 16 spots just to drop for the green flag. So a great race for the five, but one more position could be even sweeter. And just ahead of these guys here, Jacob, although we haven't said his name a lot here tonight, John Crosby, although wouldn't be walking away with a podium or a race victory, probably doesn't care about this, but he is currently our hard charger, up 18 spots to drop of the green flag.
I mean, at least he can take, I know a lot of guys probably don't love, not being on a podium or getting that win. But I mean, being a hard charger is something to say, starting from the very back. Because I think John started in the 25th position and now he's, seventh. I mean, and, kind of working through an injury at that point. Like, I'd say, take that hard charger at the end of the night and be proud of it. If you personally ask me. Ooh, Ryan Philbrick and Paul White kind of going at it a little door to door, coming into one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Throwing little elbows out here to close things out here on a Tuesday night. As the 25 looks as though he's losing that truck just a little bit. He'll bounce off that top side wall off of two. Could just be the battle these two are going at it here right now. Thomas win in the 71. Brian Sousa in the 60, just outside of the top 10. Brandon Hitton will be our top 10 there in that fifth five machine. Todd Perrott currently in that ninth. Brandon Schumann in eighth. John Crosby in seventh. Justin Carey sixth. Paul White down to fifth. Brian Philbrick fourth. Dakota Reeder third. Tom Ringer second. And Jordan Tross, our race leader, with now 7 laps to go here from Chicagoland. And we can't say it was a dominating performance out of the 79 because he did have to go through some adversity here tonight, Jacob. But boy, it was a statement nonetheless.
No, it is a statement nonetheless, and it's and right now we're kind of currently seeing Dakota Reeder and Tom Ringer kind of battling out. I was going to say it earlier, but I'm shocked that yeah, yeah, we'll see.
Wow, there he goes, and he's just gonna just knock him out of
Oh
the way. He's gonna park him right behind the 13 of Cody Deek. Where did the 85 come from right now, Jacob? We know we were talking about him making a move on Paul White. Okay, maybe the 06 of Ryan Philbrick. Okay, now all of a sudden the 85 is up to second. And looking at those lap times, he's running identical lap times to our leader, Jordan Tross. I mean, there is some time. We might run out of laps here, but what a run out of the 85 to close out the show.
yeah, no, good for him. He was our pole setter, but man, what a run! I mean, because I want to say he was caught up in all the little chaos, which kind of set him towards the back. But yeah, no, to possibly finish in the second spot, and he is running. I mean, he is running the same lap times as Jordan. So, I mean, with 4 laps to go, 5 laps to go, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him, but maybe a late caution might come out. I mean, what was it we were asking last week? The Easter Bunny to bring us an Easter egg or something of that nature?
That's right. Yeah, yellow colored Easter egg. But I feel like here tonight, though, we haven't needed it. It's been very competitive, a very great race. So one of those two cautions, these guys are jockeying for positions. I think you leave the environment of a short track and you go to maybe a makeshift oval of Chicagoland. I wouldn't call it a true oval. Kind of slanted backstretch here a little bit. But these guys, you could see the kind of the built-up aggression they had from that short track racing. And tonight's race, it's just been this jockeying, this okey dokes, kind of pushing guys up the racetrack. It's been more of an aggressive style, but clean style here tonight.
Yeah, I know. And then we got John Crosby and Justin Carey catching up to the backside of Paul White. We'll see if they end up getting the clean pass on them. And just man, I think Paul's strategy just did that. Ooh, into the wall. Ooh, check up on the outside.
Boy, three wide down the backstretch. Don't forget to throw up those threes. Rest in
Phew.
peace to Dale Earnhardt because we only have 3 laps to go. And boy, that would have been absolute calamity in the entry of 3 and 4.
Man, that was a close call.
John Crosby to the inside across that start finish line. Jacob, that could have been that Easter Bunny delivering again.
Yeah, no, I kind of want to ride back on board and see what happens. Looks like, I mean, Justin's throttled on right now. Uh,
Oof, down the backstretch here. As it looks as though the 79 machine is going to come off of 3 and 4 here. And Jordan Tross will take the white flag as the Arc Raider machine has been mining his way around the racetrack here tonight. And nobody will take his loot away from him as he is off of 2. Make it another victory, and boy, it was a great show here tonight. Had a battle a newcomer in Paul White. He had to fight off Ryan Philbrick, had to fight off Mr. Consistent Tom Ringer in the 68. But greatness strikes again, and George Ross takes the victory here at Chicagoland. Another victory flag for that 79 machine.
I wonder how much of a point difference that's going to make between him and Ryan, especially with Ryan finishing fourth. I mean, I think the last, let's see here. I mean, 22 points, so I'd say probably put him. It set Ryan back. I'm gonna just guess here at this point, Will, about 37 or 38 points at that. where they finished tonight.
And coming off the heels of Ryan Philbrick winning last week, the 79 machine said, okay, that's cool and all, but I'm going to put my machine back into victory lane. He leads the points. He takes home the victory here tonight, does it in style, leads the most laps of anybody here tonight at Chicagoland. And we talked about it a few times here tonight. Taking a look at those point standings. This was a statement. I would have to say this was one of these races. He wasted no time getting up to the top. Didn't start at the top. That was all right. Made quick work of the newcomers. Held them off. Showed what he can do. And boy, Jacob, as this season comes to a close, or just a few races to go, we could be looking at our Truck Series champion burning it down.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. And and Jordan's from Canada, so I keep on making fun of him, because we do give out trophies at the end of the season to our podium finishers. So I'm always with it being Canada. I wonder how that's gonna work with like customs and all that jazz. But we'll see.
He's going to win it to have the problem, and boy, he is on track to do so here in this Tuesday night Truck Series. And that top three, as we were mentioning, with that run out of the 85 machine of Dakota Reader finishing in that second spot, that pushes Ryan Philbrick off of the podium and puts Tom Ringer on the podium in there in that 68 machine. A big shakeup in those points that you were just mentioning, Jacob. Rest of the field as we came to the line here. Justin Carey is going to finish fifth. John Crosby just outside of that top five in that sixth position. Paul White finishing seventh. Brandon Schumann eighth. Todd Perrant ninth. And Brandon Hitton in that five will get a top 10 here tonight, finishing 16 spots to the good since the drop of the green flag. Just outside of that, we have Sean Dion, Brian Sousa, and Thomas Wynn will finish 13th, just outside of that top 10. What a run it was to the finish as Jordan Tross, boy, I mean, it's sort of what we talk about with the 73 machine of John Crosby or with Ryan Philbrick last week, Jacob. These sort of performances just really shocks us all up in the booth because, he faced a little bit of pressure, faced a little bit of adversity, but boy, when they check out on those long runs by themselves, it's just a tutorial on how to drive.
No, and that's the thing. That's on those green flag runs. You you have to start teaching yourself either to save or whether to push, finding that right line to be able to pick up the incremental time that is needed to be able to creep your way towards the front.
Talk about creeping our way to the front. It is time to catch up with a man who did lead the way here for a few laps, and we'd be lying to say we weren't cheering on the 68 up here in the booth to try to crack through to get a victory here tonight. But I believe Jacob, you are catching up with Mr. Consistency himself with another podium. That is Mr. Tom Ringer.
You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, how does it feel to be back on the podium again?
I'm trying. That's all I can say. I'm trying.
No, no, that's what we were. I was really rooting you on from up here in the booth because, man, there was at one point in the race you were running that middle lane and just passing everyone. Like, where did you find the momentum to run that lane? Because you typically see everyone run that bottom lane.
You can run the middle and keep your tires fairly okay, but when you hit the top, you're wearing the heck out of them. The bottom is the best place, but when you got to pass somebody, that's when you use it.
Mm-hmm. So now, I mean, you were in the front, and I made a poor choice of words earlier on the broadcast. Unfortunately, in the nicest way possible towards Jordan, he ended up getting that first place spot from you. So walk us through what was the difference between finishing where you are, where you did tonight, and not being able to get that win.
Well, Dakota had the best strategy the way he was doing it. He's saving tires completely. Me and Jordan had to catch somebody in the front, so we were kind of talking back and forth and going for it. When you get behind somebody, the dirty air, especially the line he's wanting to run, the dirty air just for some reason there's a bubble there. There used to not be. You used to be able to pull right up to somebody, but Jordan was having a problem behind me. Finally, I let him go, but because it was slowing us down. But if you're right behind somebody and you get in that bubble, it's just not letting you do what you need to do, especially wrap the bottom like Jordan was doing. So that pit stop, I thought I had a great pit stop, and I thought I was going to come out with at least a 2 or 3 second lead. But Jordan must have had a hell of a pit stop because he came out in front of me.
Yeah, yeah. So now, what was there a moment in the race that you wish you could have back, essentially, that you
The
would have done
first pit
different?
stop, I went in too early. Even though I got to go back to the lead, stay there, it kind of messed me up.
Yeah. Will, you got anything else for Mr. Tom?
Yeah, Tom, I think Jacob kind of asked a similar question right there, but I wanted to ask you, when did you start to feel the race sort of slip away from you? Because we saw you leading there, you saw you start to check out there on that long run, and then all of a sudden you start to see the likes of Jordan Tross, Dakota Rita, Ryan Philbrook start to catch you a little bit there. Did you start to feel it just sort of slip out of your hands a little bit?
Yeah, I ran it a little too hard. I should have backed the corners up a little bit. Um, I thought when we talked about the tires, our tires were fairly the same. Mine was a little bit worse, but not enough to really cause a problem. Once we got going in the second one there, I kind of seen that it was coming. And I didn't want to race because I'm going to leave April 15th, so I don't want to mess nobody up. But if I could have got that win, don't think I wouldn't have done it.
We were talking about that up here in the booth. We said I think Tom's gonna leave it all out on the line
Yeah.
here in these last couple weeks. He's gonna do everything he has to.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get there, but sometimes racing that hard, you end up making mistakes, and I just didn't want to get into that right then. There's some new guys in here, and I was kind of watching them to see what they were doing. So, I mean, I'll take a podium any day of the week. Doesn't matter. Top five for me is good. You know what I mean? I used to win a bunch more, and then once my shoulder's done, I think I can get back up there. I think I can give Jordan some compo there.
Someone needs to. Like I said, I used a poor choice of words in the broadcast in reference towards Jordan because he had a pretty substantial lead, and I was like, unfortunately, Jordan's going to win this one again. And hats off to Jordan. He puts the time into it, and in the inner circle, we call Jordan an alien. He's just out of this world, just on a whole nother planet. I mean, he knows his stuff. But back to you, Tom. I mean, to wrap up this interview, is there anyone that you would like to give a special shout out to, or any sponsors or anything that needs recognition?
You know, I appreciate everybody that races in this league. I appreciate all the admins and everything everybody does. We are growing. It's a great league, and I'm just looking for the future. I think it's just going to skyrocket.
Yeah. Oh, and then Tom, give a special shout out to Mark Holloway for starting the new series on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean Mark's running with it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's happening. Those cars are a lot of fun. It's the late models, and we're going to run them on Saturdays. Starts the 28th. Once it begins, I think we'll have a good field. If we can keep 10 drivers going at it, I'd love to see more, but at least 10 drivers, it's going to be a fun league. I hope everybody joins just for that. It's a blast. The tires don't wear as much, so new guys can get their feet wet. They can have a lot of fun. It's out there for somebody to grab. They just got to jump on it and have some fun.
Yes, sir. Well, Tom, we appreciate you all like always, and congrats again on the podium. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you Thursday night.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. Jake, Will, you guys do a great job, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Tom.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That was Tom Ringer. And that 68 machine was very, very close to victory lane here tonight. Fish is on the podium once again, and Jacob, with only a few races left, I think we could see the 68 here breaking through here pretty soon. I was going to just leave it out all on the table. And you talk about a man and one of those newcomers that Tom was sort of mentioning there. Not a newcomer anymore. Boy, he has made himself known here week in and week out, and he looks like he had a rocket strapped to the back of the 85 to close out this race. I'm catching up with the man who comes home second here tonight, and boy, if there was just a few more laps left, may have had something for that 79 machine of Jordan Tross. But catching up with the 85 of Dakota Reader. Dakota, take us through how you were able to hit the NOS button there at the end of that race.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and this, I'm not trying to take any away from Jordan, but I think I had probably the best car tonight. But um, yeah, I mean, I pit a little bit later than everybody, but I think about, I don't know, 50 or 50 laps in, I just found a line that really worked for me and helped me make a lot. I mean, I think I passed probably like 100 guys tonight. It's just, um, yeah, it just didn't work out. So a little frustrating, but it is what it is.
There was one of those odd races where there wasn't a lot of cautions, it was a lot of battling for positions. It really came down to those strategic, as you just mentioned, those pit stops. Was there a moment in the race? You know, we asked Tom Ringer this similar question as well. Was there a moment where you felt like, oh crap, I think my chances of victory just may have went out the window, or did you just keep that pedal to the floor, head to the stone? Maybe I can catch the 79. If not, how did it play out for you?
100%. I came down on that first sequence. I came down pit road, the leader, and the caution came out as I was in my pit box.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't know why, because I beat the pace car off pit road. So in theory, I should have been the leader, at least in the top three. And it held me behind the pace car, and I had to restart the tail end of the longest line for some reason. So that was the point where I'm like, I don't think I've got a shot. I think if that didn't happen, only finishing 2 seconds behind, I honestly think I could have won tonight. So just that's what I'm frustrated about. But yeah, that was definitely the point where it's like, yeah, I think it's over for me.
Boy, what a moment! We remember that moment up here in the booth too. What seemed like just a meaningless caution for everybody else. It was in the middle of those green flag pit stops. Wow, we didn't even realize that you may have gotten caught up in that mix there. How do you feel though, as this season's kind of playing out here, with only about 4 or 5 races in? Of course, you came in just a little bit later on. You do have a victory this season. Do you feel like you're starting to find your footing, that confidence a little bit more as these weeks play out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like, Jordan and Ryan have won a lot, but there's, 5 or 6 guys that could really win every week. So it's a lot of fun to race or have a good time. But IRP, I wish that would have turned out differently. I think I would have won that race if it if I didn't get wrecked. I think Phoenix had a really good shot, but I got caught up in some stuff there. Atlanta, kind of the same thing. So I don't know. I think if one or two things go a little bit different, I could have had a couple more wins and maybe even battling for top three in the standings. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. Every week I look at the standings like, if I can just win 7 races in a row, I'll be all right. It's just not the way it goes.
Yeah.
Jacob, we talked about the 85. Nothing's impossible here in this league. He could pull it off.
Hey, no, you're not wrong, Will and Dakota. Like you said, it's only going to take 7 races in a row. But my question to you, Dakota, you're kind of a lone wolf out there, and you really you do a great job of throwing your elbows out and not really being scared. But when are you going to bring some of those IWP teammates over to kind of help you push you towards the front?
Well, I would love to. I have a couple guys I've raced with pretty much my whole iRacing career, and they're in a different league that I'm in, and they're just above the iRating cap. So
Oh
that's
man.
like the big deal. But I will say, I tend to finish better in leagues I don't race with those guys because, like,
Okay.
I think it's a distraction issue.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I've ran 3 leagues without those guys, and I've won championships in all of them. So
Okay.
I blame it on
Well,
them.
okay, well, never mind. Let's just keep them out of the equation. You just keep on doing you, my friend.
Yeah.
No, well, with that, Dakota, is there anyone you want to give a special shout out to, or any sponsors that need recognition on your behalf?
Yeah, well, I mentioned my teammates, KPR Motorsports. I know they don't race in the league, but they help me out a lot. Just learn different lines and how to say my tires, those things. My brother Cameron, I think, is watching tonight, so shout out to him. I always thank my wife, who we have 2 kids, and she doesn't ever complain about me doing this multiple times a week. So appreciate her, and you guys for putting on the race. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Dakota.
See ya.
Boy, it's great to hear from Dakota Reader, one of the newcomers here in this league. It could be one of those championship contenders next season if he decides to give it a go again. But boy, one of those runs. And Jacob, I didn't realize in that window of that caution coming out there, I was thinking maybe someone was down pit road, get caught up like that. Dakota just got caught up behind the pace car, had to get put on that lead. Just so many things that we thought, what's going on, and then just because of that one little thing, just put him behind the eight ball in this race.
Yeah, no, I was wondering, I thought he had ended up getting caught up in the caution at that point. That's why I was wondering why he was so far in the back. But no, that makes sense. It's a little weird that, if he beat the pace car out of pit lane, he should have, been able to be the race leader. So that's a little abnormal, but iRacing always has their finicky special touches.
Hey, they seem to have fixed net code. Maybe they haven't fixed everything just yet in iRacing. But the guy who is, boy, he was fixed to the inside of the racetrack the entire race. He is fixed his position in victory lane. And boy, he has just about fixed himself a championship sandwich down the stretch here. We are now going to be catching up with our race winner here at Chicagoland, the man who made a statement. We're going to put it out there, a masterful statement race. That is the 79 machine of Jordan Tross. And Jordan, boy, man, I said it a few times on this broadcast. This was a statement, and it sure did feel like it.
Yeah, that was a really fun race. Overall, I felt really clean. A lot of fun racing with Tom, Paul, Justin Gary, Ryan Philbrick, Dakota Reader there at the end and beginning as well. But yeah, it was one I was really looking just to try to finish in front of Ryan. That was my goal coming in. Looking at those point standings, I had a bit of a lead, but all it takes is one bad race, and he's right there, right? So any points I can get is a huge advantage. I can keep continuing to the end of the season here.
And I love this battle between you and the '06 really coming out in the stretch here, going at one another. And I mentioned just as we ended the race there with Dakota Reader going on that big run to end the race, felt like he had the speed to catch you there at the end. But what that did was it knocked Ryan off the podium. So just a few less championship points going to the '06 with that run out of the '85. But Jordan, I wanted to ask you though, we talk about your performances. Sometimes they're dominant, sometimes you have to go through some things. Here in this race, only 2 cautions, but it did feel like a little bit more of a tension-filled race where everybody was sort of battling for positions with elbows out.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where you can really push the envelope and gain track position early in a run, but you certainly pay for it on the long run. And you saw a few guys do it. I feel like Brandon and Tom were really good on the short run, but didn't quite have that long run pace. Tom held on a lot better that final run and managed to do a great job. Managed to hold the lead for a long time on that second to last run. But overall, it was definitely just about pacing it, and looked like Dakota had the fastest long run pace there, and he just didn't quite have enough time coming from the back there in that final run.
Yeah, he talked about. I think he got caught up in that second caution of the night where he exited pit road. Just one of those mix-ups with the pace car put him at the tail end of the lead pack. And essentially, he mentioned in his interview, closed the door for him as far as catching you goes at the end. But it's good to see some new names in the mix. And Jordan, as we creep down towards that championship hunt, I'm going to throw it over to my co-host who wants to know what the international shipping costs are going to be just in case he needs to send you a championship trophy.
Yeah, no, Jordan, I brought that up. You're from Canada, and it was one of those things. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to get you possibly a trophy.
Yeah, it always costs a little extra to get it across the border. I've always had to deal with it through Amazon ordering anything from the States, but
Ooh,
it's never too
well,
bad. But
We'll
It's
get it
always
to
just
you.
an extra fee.
We'll get it to you.
I
And then,
hope I can
hey,
still get there with the. We've still got a
I
few races to
know.
go.
Actually, we'll. So two things before we wrap up this broadcast. What we'll do is Chuck's already updated the points. And no, he
Back
has
up.
not.
He
Yeah.
has. It's back up to 29 points, or at least the
Okay.
sim racer
Okay.
has updated. Yeah.
Okay, so it has updated. Okay, perfect. And let me look at this on my end. It hasn't updated on my end, but so right now Ryan's roughly about 29 points from getting you.
Yeah. Yeah. 29 points back, and looks like John Crosby's 66 back.
Ooh, man, I mean, how much longer? I mean, do you think you have the momentum to be able to keep off to hold off Ryan?
I mean, really, all it is just finishing races. As long as I can avoid getting wrecked, keeping the truck on the lead lap and on track, that's a hard gap to make up. It would take some real misfortune. So as long as I can be smart, have some racecraft, and get to the end of these races, that's all I'm going to have to do.
Yes, yes, sir. And then the second thing, during the broadcast, and I'll be the first one to follow my sword. I made a poor choice of words, and want to apologize because I referenced you in the terms of, unfortunately, Jordan Travis is going to win this one. It was a negative connotation towards you, and I apologize, but it was nothing ill will or anything. I typically strive for the underdog to get some wins, but as always, congratulations again, Jordan, on the win.
Appreciate it. No worries. It'll be fun watching this one back.
Yeah,
Definitely had to earn it. Didn't have the track position the whole race, but it was definitely fun getting those long runs.
well, perfect. Well, Jordan, is there any sponsors or teammates or anyone that you want to give a shout out to, or anyone that needs special recognition?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for this broadcast and the great job you guys do, and Chuck and everyone at Ratfink who sets up the races, the website, and puts everything together. It's a blast and one of my favorite series to run. And thanks to everyone who joins the races. It's fun to race them all, and Truck's open for sponsorship. So if anybody wants to sponsor it, it'll be up front.
Lord. All right. Well, congratulations again, Jordan, and you have a great night, buddy. Okay.
You have a great night as well. Have a good one.
Thanks, boss.
Man, that was our race winner, the 79 machine of Jordan Tross, and I can't help but appreciate the self plug there at the end there, Jacob.
Hmm.
Good self sponsorship there. John Crosby can find W Energy. We're gonna throw some wings on the 79 machine of Jordan Tross as well. But boy, what a performance it was out of him. That puts him with 4 wins on the season. It ties Ryan Philbrick with those 4 wins. And he talked about there in that post-race interview, he came into this Tuesday night race with the mission of beating the 06, and boy, did he do so with that, Jacob. And we talk about those point standings in this championship race we have coming down. So this is what it breaks down to, folks. If you're listening along with us here on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. Make sure you stay up to date with everything Ratfink Racing. With 3 races left, we have, of course, Jordan Cross, Ryan Philbrick going at it. There's only 29 points that separates those two guys. And then you look at this here, Jacob. Tom Ringer and John Crosby are only separated by around 13 or 15 points. That's for the 3rd spot
Yeah.
on the championship standings. And we also have Todd Perrott, Thomas Wynn, Tony Burleson in the mix as well. But I'm really watching Tom Ringer, who could sneak in to that top 3 at the end of those championship standings. Really, Mr. Consistency could get a podium to end out the season.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see, because Tom's having his shoulder surgery. I think he said 17th. He said, yeah, April 17th. So, I mean, that should hopefully put him towards the end of the season. And yeah, no, it's all about it's going to be super close. I mean, like Jordan had said earlier, it's about consistency. How, can you stay in the race? If you are going to be able to stay in the race, then you should be good. But also, at the end of the day, it's anyone's race. Whenever the green flag drops, it's what kind of strategy you're going to have, and ultimately, are you going to end up, get caught in the hornet's nest, and is your night going to get ended early? But I do believe, between Tom and John. Those two guys, they tend to stay out of all the drama, in my opinion. And it'd be interesting to see how that all shapes out for that P3 spot.
Absolutely. And it's just that one victory that separates the 73 and the 68 in those point standings. That one victory for John Crosby. Other than that, it's basically identical with five top fives and nine top tens for the 73 and eight for the 68. But if you talk about consistency, let's talk about our race winner here tonight. In 12 races, Jacob, these stats are crazy. In 12 races, he has finished in the top five 10 times, top 10 10 times. That means he hasn't finished outside of the top 10 in all but two races this season, and he has won four of those times. So just an incredible run for the 79 here as we creep towards the end of the season. But we look at Jordan Tross. Not only does he lead the most laps, he is also the fastest truck out there here tonight. Dakota Reader was our pole sitter. But it is a time for those official results as we just caught up with our podium finishers, Jordan Tross, Dakota Reader, and Tom Ringer. With that run out of the 85, as I mentioned, the 06 finishes outside of the podium. That's going to hurt you in those point standings down to fourth. Justin Carey's going to finish fifth. John Crosby, without a top five here tonight, finishes sixth. Paul White, seventh. Brandon Schumann, eighth. Todd Perront, ninth. And Brandon hitting in the five does get a top 10 in that new paint scheme. What a good finish out of that five machine. Sean Dion just outside of that top 10 in 11th. Ryan Sousa 12th. Thomas Wynn in the 71. Great start. Not so great finish out of Thomas Wynn. Finishes 13th. Victor Etheridge in that Barbie machine finishes 14th. And then we get into guys here, Jacob, towards the end of this field, a 30 truck field here tonight
Ooh.
that the Knights just went a little sideways. Yeah, woo, to 30 trucks.
Well,
As we look at the likes of Jonathan McIntosh, David Bersecki, Gary Wright, who both had great runs here tonight, up 14, 12 spots, dropped the green flag, but both finished a lap down. We have Bowman, Chad Thompson, some of these names were caught up in some of these caution flags. Brandon Yates, Brent Thompson, Cody Deek. We saw him getting lapped a couple times here tonight. But as we wrap it up, we also look at Jeffrey Goodpaster, Tyler Waltz, Keith Vaughn, and of course Tony Burleson at the end of that grid. Jacob, before we wrap things up here in what was another exciting race here on a Tuesday night, any final thoughts as we only have three races to go here this season?
no, I wouldn't finish between Jordan and Ryan Philbrick at this point. I would love to be able to see those point standings, the difference shrink between the two. Hopefully within, if Ryan could pull something out of his sleeve or out of his hat to where, it's within 5 or 10 points at that point, it'd be really nice because, it's been a great battle the entire season. And it would be really good to see the two of them battle it out down towards the last final race of the season.
Absolutely. It is going to be those two top dogs going at it with only three races remaining here on a Tuesday night. And if you want to stay tuned to everything that is to come in this championship hunt, make sure to hit that notification bell. Stay subscribed to the Racing League because when we go live, you'll get a notification. That way, you won't miss a second of the action. But as Jacob was just mentioning, only a few races to go, and it will be a battle between Jordan Trost and the 06 of Ryan Philbrick. But it was the 79 of Jordan Trost's turn here tonight, just like it was Ryan Philbrick's turn the week before. I feel like that's going to be the running trend here as we close things out. They're going to go back and forth. Could be a newcomer, could be Tom Ringer get into victory lane next weekend. You will have to wait and see until then. But if you want some more iRacing action, we do have the O'Reilly series that goes live tomorrow with no commentary. There is some great action in that series. And then we'll be back live with those next gens on Thursday night at around Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Jacob Williams leads the charge in that series. And then we also have a new series that will go live on Saturday as well. That is the late model series, a little fun in the late models. But it was Jordan Tross here tonight taking home another victory here in this series, putting it on for Canada on a Tuesday night. But for all of us here, the Ratfig Racing League, my name is William Tiller. I've been joined up here by Jacob Williams, the man working 2 jobs, co-commentator and producer. We want to wish everybody a great night. 3 races remain in the Ratfig Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series. Stay tuned. Who will it be? Jordan Tross or Ryan Philrick? We'll see you next week to find out. All right, everybody, welcome once again to the Ratfink Racing League on Tuesday night. My name is William.
I am about to pee my pants.